Hey everyone, this is Sonal and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I have changed my location. I am sitting in my balcony, which means you will be hearing a lot of other sounds or noises apart from my own voice, which is more of a noise as well. And you can also see that I'm sitting here filterless. So if you're scared, then it's okay. There are scarier things than my face. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm an avid reader, especially if it comes to horror and thrillers. So, if you have not guessed from the video title already, I will be recommending you books which belong to the psychological thriller genre, but they also have an underlying plot that talks about mental health or mental illness of some sort. Because again, mental health and mental illness is something that I really care about. So I wanted to combine these two and recommend books which have both of them together. Oh, and before we start, I won't be telling you the entire plot of the book because again, these are thrillers and you are supposed to read the book to solve the mystery. And like the amazing person that I am, I will be linking the ebook version of these books in case you don't want to burn a hole in your pocket. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, that. I am taking the liberty to assume that you must have heard about Treasure Island by R.L. Stevenson, or at least read one excerpt from the book, if not the entire book itself. Now, R.L. Stevenson goes on to write this brilliant psychological thriller, which is called Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. What a brilliant book! What a brilliant book! I have read it around 3 or 4 times, and of course, I know what happens in the book, but I am always in awe of the book and the writing, of course. Now, the book is, of course, about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but both of them are the very same person. Dr. Jekyll goes through some behavioral changes which turn him into Mr. Hyde. Now, Dr. Jekyll is a very affable man, very much loved by everyone around him. But when he switches to Mr. Hyde, it's a totally different ball game. Now, all these strange occurrences are being investigated by Dr. Jekyll's friend, who is called Gabriel Utterson, and he goes on to try and find what is it exactly that's causing these things. The book had become so popular. It was published somewhere around in the late 1880s, if I'm not wrong. But the book has gone ahead and become so famous, and it has such a huge impact that today there's a very famous term called Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. Not Dr. Jekyll. The term is Jekyll and Hyde to describe a very particular type of personality disorder in psychology and psychiatry, where one of the personality is extremely good, very social, very polite, gentle, and the other half of the personality is an absolute chaotic evil. So, if you want to read it, if you have already read it, come, let's talk about it. If you have not, go click on the link below, download the book. If you want to buy the book, you can buy as well from Amazon. Read the book. You will be amazed. You will be amused. You will be surprised. I have honestly met only one other person who has read uh, this book called Mutation by Robin Cook. And basically, that person was the one who suggested me years ago to read this book. And this, and like all of Robin Cook's books, that is a rhyming word. Like all of Robin Cook's books, this one is a medical thriller as well. Honestly, because back then I had no idea about Robin Cook, I did not have a lot of expectation from this book. But when I started reading the book, a few pages and I could not really put it down. It it kept me on the edge of my seat. I honestly finished the book in what 2.5 days because it was that interesting. The book majorly talks about surrogacy and genetic engineering. It's a thriller based on these two, but the underlying mental illness that it talks about or that it addresses is the god complex of one of the central characters. Now, what happens, how it happens, who is that god complex based character? For that, you have to read the book. I am very sure that a massive lot of you must have watched the movie Shutter Island. Read the book. Read the book because the movie has quite a few deviations from what has been written in the book. Well, I personally love the movie because Leo, Mark Ruffalo, Martin Scorsese, what's not there to love? But yeah, while I really love the movie, it's so well made. The book has a lot to offer as well. You will understand what I'm talking about when you read the book and then watch the movie, or watch the movie and then read the book. You will find similarities, but you will understand what the differences are. In case you have not watched the movie, I am not judging you, but here is a quick summary of what the book and the movie, what both of them are about. A US Marshal called Ted Daniels and his partner Chuck All. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the name right, but Chuck All. They visit an island called Shutter Island, hosts uh, which hosts a psychiatric institution. The purpose of their visit is to investigate the mysterious disappearance of a patient. Now, in a due course of time, as the investigation continues, a lot of other things unfold as well. And the mental illness or the mental issue that this book portrays is how some characters go through heavily traumatic events and how their life post that traumatic event is, and what incidents are caused as a result of that. Now, what happens in the movie, in the book, what other events unfold, for that you will have to read the book. Is there any book of Stephen King that I do not like? No, not a single one of his book has made it to my list of okayish books, and Misery is no different. I love the book. I might be biased because it's Stephen King's book, but barring that, I actually like the book. The story is about a best-selling novelist who meets a woman who claims to be his biggest fan ever, and she goes ahead to prove it, but in a very twisted way. What mental health issue or what mental illness the book deals with is psychopathy and extreme levels of possessive behavior. How that happens, you'll have to read the book for that. Again, Primal Fear has been made into a movie as well, but read the book because the book is awesome. I cannot stress how awesome, but it is awesome and you have to take my word for it. Primal Fear is by William Deal. He has written this book about a lawyer who is set to defend a man who is charged for murder based on circumstantial evidences because he is found standing next to the corpse with a butcher's knife which is entirely covered in blood, and that is how he's arrested. Had this been CID, ASP Pradyuman would have already said अब सड़ते रहना जेल में फांसी आने तक, but let's get real. The lawyer tries to find out the real killer and what caused the series of incidents leading to the death. But what underlying mental issue the book talks about is the lawyer's extreme OCD. And when I say OCD, no, it's not about cleaning and washing and all of that. It is about the lawyer's extreme caution and the perfection and the precision with which he picks members to be a part of his team so that he can go ahead with that case. As for who the killer is, you can read the book. How? You will have to click on the ebook link that I have provided below as a very gracious person. As you can see, I have shifted inside because A, it was raining, B, my phone ran out of charge. So here I am in my living room my 12 with my 12 birds whom you can hear chirping very loudly. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, share the video and subscribe to my channel. If you are new to my channel, then welcome. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. I post content every Sunday. I post content about photography, art, books, music, series, movies. I do some shitty vlogs and a lot of other random content. But I assure you, you are going to love what I do. If you have been following me for a while, then thank you for staying subscribed. I would love it if you would ask other people to subscribe to my channel as well. Does not cost a dime, and that was my grandmother who sneezed twice. There goes your blooper. I don't think I have a blooper reel today, but if you have already read these books, I would love it if you would hit me up and we can discuss about the characters, the story writing, the writing process, or we can talk about conspiracy theories. And if you watch this video and go on to read the books, please do let me know as well. I would be happy to know that someone has watched my video and done something that I recommended them to. If you want me to try any content ideas, please feel free to reach out to me. I would be more than happy to take your suggestions and try and work on them as much as I can within my limits. And yep, that's pretty much about it. And yeah, let me repeat myself. If you like the video, then do like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, bye.